Hey yo, what's up? My name is Lydia, and I'm here to finally do the second installment of my video vlog. I know it's been a couple months, but it's taken me a long time to adjust to my new school, and let me tell you something. It's tough being the new kid. So tough. I underestimated all you people who used to move to schools. You got them balls. Totally. Um, well, one of my experience here at this college has led me to our second topic, which will be deaf culture. Now, I was going out to a club with a couple of my girlfriends, and we were dancing, having a good time. And I met a friend who met a friend who was talking to one of her friends in sign language, and I was baffled. I just gasped, as in, what are they? Are they deaf? Why are they signing? Why are they here at a club? They can't hear the music. Unfortunately, a lot of people suffered from the ignorance about the deaf culture that I used to. Deaf people can hear vibrations, they can see what is going on around them, and I'm sure that even some of them could even hear certain tones of music and stuff like that. But I was shocked that they were there. But another part of me was also shocked that I was shocked that they were there. Like, I kind of felt two ways. I was ignorant. I didn't know anything about what it is to be deaf or what it is like to be a deaf young person or anything like that. And it instantly sparked my interest to learn more about that culture. American Sign Language is actually classified as a second language. And American Sign Language is not used all over the world. I believe it was the French who started it, and American Sign Language has some influence of the French background. Um, because I was so interested, I went to my library and I looked up two books. The first book was Inside Deaf Culture by Haddon and Humphreys, and the book was amazing. I learned so much about it, and I think the main thing that I learned is that deaf people don't consider themselves handicapped. You know, they don't consider their inability to hear an ailment or a wrongdoing. It's part of who they are. It defines who they are. Deaf people marry deaf people who have deaf children, who have deaf family reunions. It's a whole nother culture within the culture of America. And I've been taken aback by some of the people that I've talked to, and I definitely am looking at the world in a very changed way. A second book that I got that I actually did not return to the library yet was Culture and Language Diversity and the Deaf Culture by, I don't want to butcher the name, but Ela Parasner. I can't really tell you, but it gives you a lot of good background and kind of a psychological understanding um, about what it is to be involved in the deaf culture. Now, I also listened to Patton and Humphrey's NPR debut on the radio about their novel, and it was, or not about their novel, about their book, and it was great. One of the other questions that astounded me was that a hearing person, which is anyone who is not deaf, would a hearing person ever be considered an insider or a belonging in deaf culture rather than just an interpreter? And that was an interesting question that unfortunately they weren't really able to answer because there kind of is no answer. Um, if you take my word for it, I think that it depends on how long you know the people. And the girl that I befriended at the dance place, she was their friend, but she was an interpreter. And I think that as a hearing person, you have to accept the fact that, you know, being deaf is like having a race, it's having a trait, you know, even though you can't, you know, grab that trait or become a part of that trait, you could learn to appreciate it and embrace it and hopefully be accepted. And I hope to learn a lot more about the deaf culture. Um, but for everyone out there, not everything is as it seems. And most people are wrong about almost everything in life as they are about most things, you know? Don't just assume, learn. and this is my message to fellow deaf people. That's all I know. But I want to thank you for tuning in, and maybe you could check out those books or the radio thing. I think it'll be an opening experience for you.